So, like many others at this time, I've been banned from posting, live streaming for a week on YouTube because I dared to review an advert done by the NHS. I dared to do that because, they're beyond reproach. You're not even allowed to question anything they say, okay? So then I think to myself, was YouTube a way of silencing us? Was it a way of making all the truthers come together, upload, share, post, share links, and a way of tracing us all, tracking us all? How easy. If you build it, they will come. If you want all the truthers to come so that you can track them all into one friendly place, you create YouTube, you create Facebook. Yeah? Anyway, let's get on with this. A daily review. You know how we do. Welcome to all of you. So the NHS England sees record 2.15 million patients waiting for hospital treatment. We said this months ago. Yeah. People aren't going to go to their checkups. They're not going to go to their life-saving operations. They're going to get delayed, cancelled. Yeah. And all this is going to cause a rise in the death rate. But what will they do? They'll just blame it on COVID-19. Yeah. It's a perfect plan, especially when the sheep will just go along with it without even questioning it. 2.15 million patients waiting for hospital treatment. That's ridiculous. Yeah, we're supposed to be a developed country. Okay? Now, remember they were trialing vaccines, weren't they? Yeah? The COVID vaccine. So this volunteer said that he had fever, chills, headache and fatigue 14 hours after having the jab. But then they spin it. But another participant says he's keen and eager to continue with the trial. The patient says it left him incredibly weak. So I'm sorry, but I wouldn't want something that's going to make me incredibly weak. So you can stick that vaccine, because I ain't having it, mate. I will live my own life. Yeah? I will not live my life according to your fake dictatorship. All of us together, we know we're right. We know we're on the right path, the good path. We know this. Right. So, they were saying that they want workers to head back to their desks because virus isn't spreading in offices, because the virus, it lets you work. It's not a mean virus. It lets you carry on with your work. So, Matt Hancock says you should go back to work because it's not spreading in the office. Then you should do that, because the virus will let you go to your 9 to 5. It's not a problem, okay? But the virus will attack you if you gather in more than 6 people. If there's 6 people, it's fine. But you get another person, 7, and then it will attack you, okay? Just be warned, okay? COVID-19 likes 6. It doesn't like 7. Okay? And it applies for indoors and outdoors, because COVID-19, it works indoors and outdoors. But it doesn't apply to schools or workplaces. It applies in pubs and restaurants, but it doesn't apply to schools or workplaces. And it says police will be encouraged to break up larger groups and issue £100 fines, which will then double. Okay, mate, we'll see. Remember, there's more of us than there are of them. If we all came together and opposed it, what could they do? Lock up millions and millions of people? I don't think so. Matt Hancock again claims that 25% increase in people without COVID symptoms getting a test for no reason has caused mayhem that has left some unable to book. But you said weeks ago that people even without symptoms can have it, you idiot. So make your mind up. You either want them to get tested or not. You can't say that they didn't have symptoms so they shouldn't get tested, because you said that people without symptoms can still pass it and spread it, idiot. So which one is it? Sick of these idiots, man. And they refused to rule out a second national lockdown. Well, that's funny, isn't it? Because weeks ago you were saying, it won't be a national lockdown, it'll just be a regional lockdown, local lockdown. Oh, okay, so you were lying then. Yeah, we know you lie. You just say things to give yourselves more time. We know this. Some of us aren't stupid. And Hancock says it's not acceptable for people to ask for a test if they have no symptoms. So weeks ago you were saying you can spread it even if you don't have any symptoms. Pathetic. And then they launched this campaign, but they got to make it very simple for the people because they can't understand big long words. So they've got 3 words here: hands, face and space. Now 2 of them rhyme, so that should help, face and space. But you notice they have to have 3 words and each word has only 1 syllable because we wouldn't want to make it complicated. Hands, face, space. So basically, wash your hands loads and loads of times, put hand sanitizer on, kill all the good bacteria, make yourself weak immune system, put a face mask on so that you have carbon dioxide breathing into your system, and then dump your mask on the floor like I see people doing with all your bacteria and germs on it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So that mask was there to protect you and protect others, but then when you finish with it, you just throw it on the floor like a scumbag. Yeah? And like many people have said, if it was really a deadly virus or whatever, there should be toxic disposable bins for these masks. But is there? No, there isn't. And that's why people just throw them on the floor, because they know that it's dirty and disgusting and they don't want that mask anymore. I went into Zombieland today and the amount of people who take their mask off as soon as they get out of the shop. Why? Because they don't want to wear it. And secondly, they know that they're not going to catch anything, but they just put on the mask because they haven't got the balls to oppose it, or even the time and effort to research the reasons why you don't have to wear one. Pope Francis removes his mask as he touches worshippers and vows to defeat coronavirus with love. So he's fine to take off his mask and stand there and touch people, etc., etc. Yeah? For some reason now he's immune to it. So take your mask off, go and touch little kids' heads, yeah? Because you're fine. It's just a joke. A joke. So is this. Fire started by migrants with COVID-19 who refused to isolate destroys Greece's largest refugee camp. Okay? And then they say a hunt begins to find dozens of infected people before they spread the disease. But I'm sure if they went to work it would be fine, because remember, the virus doesn't spread in the sodding offices. Yeah? But yeah, fire started by migrants with COVID-19. Wow. So you got two targets there. People who supposedly have COVID-19 and migrants. And we all know what you've been talking about migrants recently in the media, don't we? So now you've managed to tie migrants to COVID-19, make out that they didn't isolate, that they destroyed a refugee camp, and that you're hunting to find dozens of them before they spread a disease. And then we can't lock the UK down again. Scientists, MPs and industry leaders warn our idiot Prime Minister that another coronavirus shutdown could cripple the country. Yes, but they know that and they're doing it on purpose. But what they will say is, we had no choice. It's such a deadly virus. It's such a deadly virus that you give people exemptions to not wear a mask. If it was that deadly, you wouldn't give them the exemptions. Everyone would have to wear a mask, whatever, because you couldn't risk the possibility of the disease spreading. So stop talking crap, all right? Sick of it, man. Some good news, right? Or what seems like good news. Police chiefs back medicinal cannabis cards, which will effectively decriminalise the drug for 3.5 million Britons with conditions such as MS and cancer. Now that's brilliant, but it needs to be very broad, okay? Because anyone who finds it hard to sleep or has a lack of appetite or is depressed, they can have strains of cannabis which would help them as well, okay? So I don't want it just to be for MS and cancer. Of course it should be for them, but it should be for everyone who benefits from it health-wise, okay? Simple as that. Stop making people, innocent people, into criminals for ingesting a plant which has never killed anyone in centuries and centuries and centuries. However, you allow alcohol and cigarettes, prescription drugs, which kill people every day. Okay? You must not meet socially in groups of more than 6, our idiot Prime Minister said. And he told us that it breaks his heart to have to bring in the restrictions. Oh, I'm sure it breaks your heart. You don't care if everyone dropped dead. You wouldn't care. Your government allows cigarettes and alcohol, prescription drugs, which kill people every day. So don't tell me that it breaks your heart to bring in restrictions. You lying scum, elite, rich, Rothschild puppet. I've shown the photo of you with the Rothschild, Jacob Rothschild. You are their puppet. You work for them. You do not work for us. Simple as that. Idiot Boris said the ban will be set out in law and will be enforced by the police. Anyone breaking the rules risks being dispersed, fined, and possibly arrested. Piss off. Piss off. You ain't going to convince me that a virus only attacks people if they're in a group of more than 6 people. Shut the hell up. I'm not stupid, okay? I'm not stupid. I know you think the whole world is, but most of us are not, okay? So yeah, this advert here is the one that I got struck for, okay? Because I dared to review their advert. You know, question it. See if it was accurate or not, or if it was a load of crap. And within minutes of me uploading this video, I got my strike. The first warning I got was because I put a video on about Kate Sharamani. That got removed. I got a warning, and then I reviewed this advert, which I'm allowed to do as far as I'm aware, okay? You should be able to review anything, okay? Review it. That's all it means, to re-look at something, okay? But no, you had to ban me for a week. So that shows what your interests lie. And then we have these COVID marshals. And then you have this picture of this guy who looks like a bouncer who's been to Greggs too much. Okay? So there's confusion on how wide their powers will be and what powers they will have. But basically what they're there is to make sure that people are socially distancing and aren't in group 6. Right, so are you going to do that on a Friday night and Saturday night in the capital, in the major cities of England? Are you going to do that? You're going to make sure that all the drunks are socially distancing? I'd love to see that. I would love to see that. I think we should put it on Sky Sports. Trying to make drunk people social distance. We have it on Sky Sports, yeah, pay-per-view. Because I'd love to see that. Because you know what? It ain't happening. You know it ain't happening. All you will do is just pick on weak people. You'll never go after the majority of the people who were doing the crime. You'll just pick on the easy targets, yeah? What a load of crap. So these people, right? These marshals, they're going to go to busy areas and give advice to people if they're not social distancing. They will explain the rules, such as wearing a face mask in public transport. Will they also explain the rules where you don't have to wear one, or will they just be very biased and say that you have to wear one? I wonder. They cannot find people, but they can alert the police. The move addresses concerns that police were struggling to enforce social distancing rules. Yeah, like I said, try and make a group of drunk people social distance. Good luck with that. What a load of rubbish. Anyway, guys, that was the daily review from yours truly, the banned one. So this is my second day of the ban, so next week on the 16th I shall be back on my normal channel. Please subscribe here if you haven't till then. I'm going to keep this channel as an emergency channel because heaven knows what's going to happen in the future. I see it getting even worse. I see the censorship getting even worse, especially when they start talking about vaccines. Remember that months ago we showed you that they were trying to make it illegal for people to spread anti-vaccine posts online. They were going to make it a legal offence to do that, okay? So look for that. Look for that to happen, okay? While we have our voice, bloody well use it, okay? Bloody well use it. When you're outside in Zombieland, use your voice. Don't be too aggressive. Be passionate, because we've got to be passionate. This is, at the end of the day, this is life and death, right? But anyway, guys, it's a pleasure to talk to all of you. I wish you all the best. We keep the fight going. No new normal. Unite the people to fight the evil. Take care. Peace.